What up, guys? Viollent here with some GRIZZ zombies. So the children is what can be heard in the background noise within Kino der Toten and ZETSUBOU, no SHIMA. I want to cover some of the Easter egg connections within our entire Black Ops 3 zombie storyline with all the current evidence that I know of. So let's begin our zombie file with the children. There are 3 children we know of besides Eddie, who we saw in the Origins cutscene, the ending cutscene. There are 3 girls, Samantha, Amelia, and Abigail. The audio from both maps is just of the girls playing, so Eddie, we're not going to focus on him. Since he shares connections with Dr. Edward Richtofen, we're going to place him to the side until we confirm that this version of him is legit and not just figurative.
It is my sincerest hope that somewhere in the realm beyond, my beloved Samantha still lives. I can only pray that Edward will have the courage to fulfill the vow he made all those years ago. She may have been returned to me, but I fear she is not as she was. In recent months, she has barely said a word. When she did, it was only to cry out for him, to call his name. What have I done?
Crying can be heard on a staircase outside of the Annihilator room in the Giant. This is our last known audio of Samantha outside of the mystery box. I showed you Dr. Max's radios because there's a shift happening even to Samantha that we can't explain. I got tips and information by a smaller YouTuber named Dynamic who brought this to my attention. Links to his information will be in the description box below. The same crying can be heard in Kino's version of Samantha's evil room, but what does this mean? We have worlds bleeding from Black Ops 1 zombies into Black Ops 3 zombies. We've seen similar Easter eggs with Mob of the Dead's plane fracturing into Shadows of Evil and the Giant. So let's have a conversation about the Infinite by going down into the rabbit hole. You're probably curious to know why I brought up the multiplayer map Infection. We see the layout of Ferderice. This represents a pinnacle point in our storyline where our first fracture occurred. The radios on the Giant say they've killed multiple versions of themselves, but the radios come from different versions of each of our characters to begin with, so we're not going to worry about that. If the Germans did win World War I, the tide is set for Group 935 to advance their wonder weapon research into World War II. As control changes, so does landscape. Within this multiplayer map, we see the fractures already happening within this time frame. Many different elements from different versions of zombies maps are bleeding into here, so it's our job to understand the implications of why this multiplayer map even exists. Samantha, Amelia, and Abigail are safe. A particular version of themselves have been carefully positioned within time in a place known as the Infinite. From what I can gather, this is a place of fractural convergence, where only pure versions of themselves can be preserved. I hope you guys learned something from this zombie file on the children. I hope everything I said made sense and made things a little bit more clear. Things are getting very complicated. And again, guys, none of this would be possible without the help of the people on Xbox helping me out and on Twitter. Check out all of their links in the description box below. And I thank all of you for bearing with me as I explain this storyline my own way with my own Easter egg evidence. And I hope you guys will support that. I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm Viollent, and I'm out.